Hi, this is Rowdy, and today we will explore 3 key ideas from How to Win at College by Cal Newport. How to Win at College. Subtitle: Surprising Secrets for Success from the country's top students. Cal Newport is a professor of computer science at Georgetown University. He is the founder of the Study Hacks blog, one of the most popular blogs on study tips, study success advice. And he is also the best-selling author of books like So Good They Can't Ignore You, Deep Work, and How to Become a Straight A Student. And in How to Win at College, Cal shares the 75 rules that we can use to make the most of our college years. And I'm really excited about sharing these big ideas with you, these 3 key ideas that I'm going to share very soon, because they can really help you become a standout student. And not only the grind who sits for endless hours working in the most inefficient ways and having no time for friends or fun and just disregarding their health completely. You're instead going to be able to start your journey of becoming a standout student of great social vitality. So you can get good grades, but also have a lot of fun with friends and take care of your health, so you can feel much better. So, practically, the 3 key ideas we will talk about today are: first, the studying routines you need to get good grades. Secondly, the importance of fun for making the most of your college experience. And thirdly, how you can maximize your energy while studying at college and just in life in general. So the first idea is what studying routines you should set up to get good grades and hit your learning goals most efficiently, spending the least amount of hours studying. So first, I'm not going to focus a lot on very specific study strategies of how to read books or how to memorize information. I'm instead going to help you set the foundation for all of your studies, something that everyone can apply, no matter what kind of course they are studying. So first, the one principle that I find most important is to do some schoolwork every day, which Cal shares in the book. And this is very important because probably hit one of those slumps. We call it slumps because it's those times where your motivation to study is just not there. You don't want to do any kind of schoolwork, and just the thought of doing some schoolwork is terrifying you. To get yourself through those slumps more easily, it's wise to do at least 1 minute or just some amount of studying each and every day. So it's non-negotiable. You just make it a habit of something you do each day, and you'll find it much easier to sustain motivation to study over the long run. So that is the first principle. The second principle for hitting your learning goals efficiently is to not study in your room. And the reason for this is that the benefits of studying in your room mostly boil down to one thing, and that's convenience. You have food available, you can rest whenever you want to, and you can watch TV, and it's very close. You don't have to pack your bag and go to the library. But then comes the downsides. For one, it's the most important downside is that it's distracting. When you have the TV or food or the bed readily available, it will be very easy for you to convince yourself that it's okay for you to do those things right now when you have decided to work. And Cal shares it in a very funny way. He says that in the 10 commandments of getting good grades, thou shalt not study in thy room is the commandments 1 to 5. So it's, in other words, really important. So where should we study? The library. That's the most efficient and motivating place to sit, since you have a lot of other hardworking students around you. You don't have to push yourself to study as much as you would need to by yourself. It kind of comes more naturally. And I personally experienced this myself. I find it very hard to study by myself without getting drawn into some TV show or eating some food or taking more naps that I need. And when I go to the library, the day just goes by itself. And the third principle for hitting your learning goals effectively is to study for 50 minutes at a time. This is very helpful because cognitive scientists have noticed that studying for 50 minutes, then taking a break of 10 minutes, is the way your brain learns most and remembers most in the least amount of time. So what I like to do is to just do 45 minutes of intense focused work and then 15 minutes of a break. In that way you get to strain yourself to a level of studying that kind of increases your strengths and kind of increases your capacities for what you are able to do and what you're able to learn. And then you totally relax in those 15 minutes where you can go have some fun with friends or take a walk or anything to just clear your mind before you can hit the studies hard again. So those are the 3 principles for hitting your learning goals effectively. 1, to do some schoolwork every day. 2, to not study in your room but at the library. And 3, to study in 50-minute sessions. So that's the first key idea. And then the second key idea is that it's okay to get good grades at college, but that's not the whole experience. It's also important to have a lot of fun and to especially laugh. Laugh has been shown by through experiments by science that when you laugh, feel-good chemicals are released throughout your body and stress hormones are decreased. As a student, it's very easy to get stressed when coming assignments and deadlines and exams are just boiling up and you have a lot to do. And then laughter is the perfect medicine. It's kind of like an ultra-powerful vitamin for well-being at college. How do you introduce more laughter into your life, into your studying, or in your college experience? Mainly, I like to tease my friends. So very often during the breaks between classes, I like poking people in their ribs or tickling them all over their bodies, because then most of them respond really well and they laugh. Some are just neutral and kind of don't care, and others, very few, can get offended and really show that they don't like it. But most people will like that you tease them like that. Another thing I like to do is to joke. That not only just telling jokes that you have memorized, but also just saying incredible things that will just catch people off guard, that they totally don't expect. So you can kind of just improvise and say, yeah, earlier this morning I was going to school and suddenly I saw a friend who was walking to school themselves. So on my bike I went back to them and shouted as high as I could, "Boo!" and scared them. And my friend fell on his back. That's how scared he was. And what I noticed when he got up again was that it wasn't my friend, but it was a complete stranger. So he started asking for my name and getting really aggressive and saying that he would call the police. So I ran. But that's just a random story that you can make up. And afterwards you can say that you were just kidding. But sometimes people will actually believe you. But the key here is to find more ways to have laughter and fun in your college experience, to make the most out of your time as a student. Other things could be just joining activities like playing football or volleyball, going to board games, or whatever that you might enjoy. So that's another key component of being a standout student, having fun. Then the third key idea is a much shorter explanation, and it's the exercise component of how to maximize your energy. Cal shares the principle of exercise at least 5 times each week, and by exercise that can be anything from that kind of moves your body more than just sitting down. It can be taking a 30-minute walk, it can be lifting weights, it can be running, dancing, or volleyball, football, climbing, handball, or any such activity. And the reason we want to do it so consistently is that the energy that we have is much like a generator. The more you can think of it like a water turbine, those that generate energy when water flows through it. The more water that comes through the turbines, the more force, the more power, the more energy the turbine generates. It's the same with us. The more energy we put out and effort we put in moving our bodies, the more energy we get back. So we kind of just have a phenomenal level of energy consistently. So do not make this too hard. You can just decide that 5 times each week at the same locations at the same times to make it an easy habit. You will just go for a simple walk for 20 to 30 minutes or work out. You can lift weights, or you can run, or you can join any team activities or dance, whatever you enjoy. So those are the 3 key ideas I wanted to share with you for how to be a standout student who is not only a grind who wastes all of their hours at inefficient work, but also someone who can be of great social vitality and have a lot of fun. So, now that you have seen all of these ideas, what's the one thing that best resonated with you that would have the most powerful impact on your college experience? Just choose that one idea and then strive to implement it as a habit. Now, if you like this video, please give it a like, share it with your friends so they can also benefit from these ideas, and subscribe to my channel if you want to learn how to realize your ultimate potential as a human being on this planet. Thank you very much for watching, and I wish you an awesome day. Bye.